So the introduction to PNet and BlueDV, items required to start with, install procedure on Windows 10, code DStar registration setup, show dongle, fix it on computer USB port, connect to talk group 91 and show, explain here DMR, DStar, tabs, etc. So this is we will cover in various slides the items what I listed out to you. First, we talk about installing software BlueDV. BlueDV is a software, okay, and the ThumbDV is the dongle, okay. So let us not get confused on that. BlueDV is the software, and the ThumbDV is the dongle used for communicating. It's a vocoder. It converts our speech into, which can be transferred on the internet. So it has a conversion is required. Most of the analog doesn't have the vocoder chip. That is why we are not able to use the existing radio for the DMR. So we need that chip to be built into the radio. Then only it will able to do the conversion on the spot and deliver through internet. So that is why modern RF all have a chip, a vocoder chip we call it. I'll talk about it later. So we have to go to software can be found on the following link. You go to https software.pa.7 lim BlueDV folder, then in beta, then there is a window. When you take this window folder, you'll see that there are many zip files are there. We will especially take this BlueDV-9572- pre-beta zip. So when you unzip it and it will install will do automatically. After the installation is over, you will get a screen like this. What you see in the here, it's a beautiful software. It has a provision for DMR, DStar, Fusion, etc. Then we can switch on to the various rooms, all those things, which I'll be discussing. I'll run a small video as to show what is this BlueDV and ThumbDV and how it is useful in Windows and Android phone one can attach.
Hello friends, this is the picture of the ThumbDV 3000U, which is in a USB format. So this we can straight away plug into the USB of any PC computer, Mac or Android with a cable called OTG cable. The way OTG cable looks like this. One side it's a smaller one, and this is the female type. So it will go directly get into this, and we can connect to the computer to the Android phone like this. So Android phone is connected to the dongle. So this is one way of getting into the Android mode. I will show you now how this is connected to the PC.
So you have seen the demo of how with a OTG cable you can connect to this dongle. So the software we can download from the Play Store, and it's BlueDV. If you type, you will get this software. You can straight away directly download onto your this phone and set up procedure. What I'm going to show you now, it applies to the phone also. The same setup, all the informations are similar. So once I show you this Windows 10, the same details you can note down and put it on your Android phone. So some phones may require some driver. If it is a very old phone, So on the net also we have OTG drivers there. You can download to recognize this dongle. So it is pretty all modern phones latest one. You don't need a driver. It is automatically detects the same and you may be able to do the QoS immediately. So now I run Windows 10. How the install is made with this dongle.
Now I'll connect this USB. So it has been connected to this and it has recognized that I have loaded the USB. So the USB, you can see it is connected here to my computer. So now I can start my. So this is how the software looks. So here you have a menu. Press the menu, go to settings. So the settings page will open. Here you have to fill all the details. I have given everything on my slide. So just go through that and fill all this. After filling, basically your call sign, the COM port which it detects, 7 or 8 generally, and also the frequency and all those things don't touch. You can put your longitude, latitude, all those information. So you can very well go and save this after filling the necessary information. Then you can, the serial button, you press it, you will hear it is connected to the various DStar and DMR. Now by DMR, by default it is connected. Now we can connect it to DStar also. So if I connect it to DStar, it reflector 30C Charlie it is linked to.
Link to R E F 001 C.
So it is connected to the reflector 30 Charlie. So you can hear some QSO, somebody will keep calling. So we can also calling. So here you can see who has called. Whoever is calling, you can see his call sign. And it's a DMR mode, DStar mode, you can see all this. Victor Uniform 3 Tango Bravo Romeo. You can see my call sign has come now. So Bala and DStar, this is how, and anybody can come online and respond to my call. So this is how so easy it is. And so
I'm link to R E F 030 C.
We can select for any BrainMaster hookup. The BrainMaster we have regional 9, worldwide 91. So like that, we can go to Kerala also. So if we type Kerala, KERAA, so 40407 is the room number for Kerala. So we can do a QSO call also. Victor Uniform 3 Tango Bravo Romeo are listening. So this way we can do and choose the room and call using the BrainMaster lookup. And we can also select any number of rooms available here. Okay, so many options are there. So we can link the reflector, DCS, XRF, and XLX. All these system can be connected. using this BlueDV software for Windows. Thanks for watching.
So you saw the video I have tried to show you how the dongle is fixed and how the software is set up. I am going more into detail with the setup page. That is the first page. If you look at the BlueDV for Windows setup, it is divided into three portions. One is a general setting, another is a DStar here, then another is a DMR setting here, and another is a fusion setting here. Okay, then for the AMBI, this vcoder, that is a ThumbDV, we are doing the parameters, how speed, all those adjustment, etc. And PTT keying also you can configure the day you want. And there are some software by net linking the net. You can put your IP where you are listening, so the software can detect the dongle, and you can use that through net also. So this is very useful. So if on my next slide also I have shown only these two portion, and the AMBI portion, for clarity, if the print is not clear, I have done it once again. So the basic very important thing is the your call, that is our call sign, and the serial port, what it is deducted. It will show you one or two as per your computer. If you don't know, then what you can do is go to System Manager on the USB. You check which power COM port it is attached to. Then you note down this port and select accordingly. Okay, so there are certain frequencies you can set for radio if you want to use with the radio. The longitude, latitude, you can fill your detail where the QTH is, and it supports the various the language. English I have taken, and DStar also which module you want. There are A, B, C, D up to Z. So each one has you basically when you start the computer, your software, then by default it has to go to something. You saw when I started the software, it went on Charlie 01. So then after that I changed to Charlie 30. So that way you can change your room. So you can put a default room. Now it is set to DCS 600A, and for a DMR you have to put the DMR registration. So it has got a provision for hotspot and also simple ID. Okay, so we are using a dongle. It will take the simple ID. They say then hotspot. There are also hotspots are available like OpenSpot 3 and DVM board, etc. So it can listen through that hotspot. For that, DMR is very much required. So here, when we select that AMBI, we'll talk about it. So here you change all those basic detail. Enable at start, whichever you want. You can start or you just leave it. BM, you can type, DMR type, DMR plus, Brain Master. It's one of the so provider which does the cross bridge and connecting various room. So we go and through internet and connect the server, Brain Master. From there, all are connected and we are able to do the QSO. And Brain Master also gives you the facility of cross-linking. That is why I shown you on top when you have a DStar, it can connect to RCFX, X, all those various reflectors. So you can link various reflector. Then you are doing a cross connection. That is a ASU from DMR to ASU, ASU to DStar, like that cross bridge system. So here BrainMaster has got a server in different location and different ways. This is for Greece, Britain, also G, and there is a number associated with each master. So you can select a BrainMaster, whichever convenient to you, and the traffic will go through that particular. But these are all interlinked. It doesn't matter wherever you are, you can do this. And password is required, so that this is either pass 0 or 1, that is the by default it takes. For DMR, we talked about DMR. DMR master, which country you want. Master is we set to USA, California, because in India we don't have any DMR repeater or anything. So we have to go via some other country. So I take it USA because the choices are more. And the reflector we have taken 4050. When you start your PC and software, it will go by default mode. From there, then you can go to other rooms. Fusion also, you have to give your QTH the code you have to enter. So then default reflector YSF or FCS. Then you have to choose which country and same which room number. Similarly, AMBI, now we have spoken all the major three protocols. Now we are talking about the dongle. How do you set the dongle? So you select this ThumbDV. We are using a ThumbDV 3000. Okay, so that is the one. So you click this. Then which port it is listening, the same port you have to mention here. And DMR ID, here what you have put your DMR ID registered for allotted to you, the same number you put it here. And the serial port, the speed, the baud rate, what is the speed it does? It's 460, 800 is the maximum, and we go on that full speed. And so there are a host. It can also connect via Ethernet. So some hotspot can do through Ethernet. So in that case, you select this box. Then whatever the IP number and port, you have to open that port to listen on both the way. Then it can do. So whenever you press a DStar, this message appears on the other end. Okay, so you can write whatever the information you want. I put Bala Chennai, or somebody put what Handy is using open spot. You'll write all those detail here. So it is only for the information of the other side party to recognize okay. So there are also PTT settings are there, so you can customize those things. Once you have done all this setting, don't forget to save the information, because if you don't save, it will get you have to re-enter again. So you have to go through the same thing again. And so you press save, then it will come to. So here is the same thing what I shown you in the previous slide. The clarity is slightly better. So if you can't see the previous one, I just thought enlarge it and show it to you. And this is the same information what you have put here for DStar, DMR, general, and fusion. All those details are here. So now once you are done with that, then we go to front panel. This is the front panel of the software. We will select AMBI on top. So that will take you to setting of the microphone and the speaker setting. So if you have a default, whatever you have, or you want external, so now there is a C920 Logitech HD Pro camera. So you can use that also. Microphone is there in the HD Pro camera, so you can use that microphone. There is no video this software support. Speaker also, the inbuilt speaker, or you want external speaker. If that is configured, it will show here. Then you have option to select here. There is also a update, is here. So when you press the update, there are three submenu will come, and all the three DMR, DStar, all the three you update, so that it pulls from the server all the latest information about the various reflectors that which is added, which is deleted, all those information. Now the next slide, this is the same thing. You see here, this is the PTT button. This PTT button, there is no need for pressing all the time. You just slide it to the left, then on air it will go. And there is a timer here. You can see this is set to 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, the slider will go to the set mode, and again you have to slide it to the right side to continue the QSO. So you have, when whatever you are initiating a call, the green light will come under DMR. If it is a DStar, it will glow, and if it is a fusion, it will glow here. Then here also there is a, whatever we are doing a QSO, it will show a DMR, DStar and a fusion here. And also for visibility, it will show change into red color. So when you are talking, let us say you are talking to DMR, if you are activating this DStar, then somebody calls you on DStar, it will become red. And because you are talking to DMR, it is DStar cannot interfere. So it will go and save itself on the last here, like a missed call. So you can, after finishing this DMR, you go to this tab last year, then pick up if the one of your friends have called, you can call his call sign and do the QSO. This way you will never miss any call. So if it is a fusion also, it will get recorded here. So if you don't want too much of disturbance, you can slide. If you, now it is in a DMR only activated mode, DStar is not activated and fusion is not activated. But you can activate all the three together or all two or a single. So it is up to you how you want to set it up. It's a very flexible. When you set a D star, there will be a further menu will appear here. So because it will come D star, you can choose. Then it can link to various reflector. As I mentioned to you, there are 4 major reflectors are there. So it will get connected, linked to that particular reflector. So you have the opportunity of talking on a cross mode to the various reflector. So this is the on-off switch or login what our serial has mentioned. So if you slide it, then only the software will work. Otherwise, it will not work. When you don't want to hear anything, then switch it off by moving to left side. So this is what here you see different thing. When you come onto DMR, like DStar, I told you, you get several option to choose the thing. I shown you on the video also how many drop-down menu you saw the room. For DMR here, you go Brain Master lookup. So we can look up any this room by querying in the search menu. So we can get India, we can get Kerala, we can get New Delhi, and similarly, worldwide top group is famous. We call TG91. And for India, Middle East, and Far East, we have a 94. So we can tell some friends, you come to the top group 94. So you also, I'm listening on that 94. So here, when people call on the top group, you'll see that number become about it. Okay, this is a bit rate error correction. You will show percentage if there is a line strength and everything is correct or not. And this is in a receiving mode, presently standby and RX mode. When you transmit, it will become red, and even you have an option of setting the color. Presently by default is blue is standby mode, red is receiving mode, green is a transmitting mode. So these are all 3 colors. So you'll know by color what is happening very quickly. Okay. So we go to next page. This is how receiving mode, you saw on a standby mode. Now this is now the D star is also on. You see that D star is selected. It is set to, by default, it is set to REF001. Then you can change it to REF 030. Charlie is also a very famous one. A lot of people come on that line. So you can choose your room, whatever you want. Then there are A to Z, all these options are there. Whichever reflector you have to set, you have to mention all this information. Then press the link. Then you will be linked to via DStar to the other reflectors, DCS and XRF. Okay, so this is how it works. Now you see there is no reference, none, he has not entered anything, but it is a DMR set to 2042 Netherlands. So this is coming, the DMR is coming via Netherlands, so you'll know about it. This is his call sign, and this is his name, and this is his DMR ID. So here you see that it's a D star, and D star we are talking now, both of us. But there is also a call coming from DMR. PE1 A and B logged in say DMR, but you don't have to worry because since you are already talking on DStar, once you finish, you go to last year, then you'll see is the call sign is listed here. Then you can that is the call you are waiting for. Then you can give a QSO, then talk to him. So here the screen VU screen normally if you keep your voice level close to 7, that will be much better. Modulation over modulation will kill. So even otherwise the quality of digital is so clarity is so good. You just set it once and leave it as it is. Time to time it may slightly vary between some receiving end. You may say is not receiving properly because it could be because of the internet. If you think that 4 people are given you a good report, that means your setting is good. So don't bother if 1 or 2 people just give you a negative report. So this is now set to 204 talk group. So he is talking. He can talk the same people on this 204. So this is the way it is. I explained to you all the functionality, and now we have seen how to set up, etc. So it's a time for going a practical QSO. I did a QSO practically for this today's Tech Talk show. So I'll just keep it on so that you can hear how this entire thing. Now you see it's in a standby mode. I'll do a slide the thing, then I'll call my call sign, then it will become a green. Then when the other party returns the call, attend to my QSO, then this will become red. So then you can watch what the TG room is we are listening to. Now it is set to 94. I set to 94 so that I can call him. And if he is there in the 94 room, he can respond to my call. Okay, this is I set to US 3101. That is the DMR master, brain master. I set it to that room. So I am going via USA and calling the party, whoever is the party. So he is also connecting to some master. I don't know which master is connecting, but both are linked. So they know that I am on DMR and listening to 94. Then he can reach me wherever he is. There is no problem. Presently, we are on a DMR setting. So I'll just start. So listen to this.
This is VU3 Tango Bravo Romeo. Standing by, anybody listening? This is VU3 Tango Bravo Romeo. Listening?
Alpha 41 Kilo Lima. America 41 Kilo Lima. Any copy over?
Hello Sam, A41KL, the VU3 Tango Bravo Romeo. I connected Sam from Muscat, Oman, and he is my ham friend for quite some time. He will just give you some details as to how he is connecting and his background. Mike, back to you, A41KL, this is VU3 Tango Bravo Romeo.
Roger, VU3 Tango Bravo Radio, A41KL. Very fine copy, brother. Very, very fine copy. Yes, I picked up your call on talk group 94, which is Middle East and Asia. And at the moment, my working condition is Alliance HD1 handheld connected to Shark RF2 at the moment. And I also have another radio which connects the local repeater. But at the moment, I am on the handy connected to Shark RF device. And I am hearing you loud and clear. The name over here, as Bala said, is Sam and QTH Muscat in Oman. VU3 Tango Bravo Radio, A41KL, over.
Thank you, A41KL, VU3 Tango Bravo Romeo. Thanks for my accepting this call. I'm doing a demo for my ham friends and also the YouTube friends. So I just say hello to them, and we shall be in touch with you on a regular basis. Mike, back to you, A41KL VU3TBR.
Roger, brother. Thank you very much. And hello to everyone. And I'm sure you will be enjoying the demonstrations. And there is flexibility on the digital modes, as Bala is using the DV dongle, and I'm using the radio, RF radio, which is connected to sharp RF. Is just a device which connects from your radio. Is already coming through Wi-Fi here at home, and also the radios can be connected to the local repeaters if you are within a line of sight or within the radius of that repeater coverage. So thank you very much, and I hope you have. And I will explain it all. So 73 is all, and I'll pass microphone back to Mala for the final VU3TBR A41KL.
Thanks for your participation and taking my call, and I'm very happy. So we look forward to see you. 73 is for time being. I'll catch up with you maybe tomorrow or sometime. Take care. Bye-bye. 73 is Namaste from India.
Yeah, 73 is brother. 73 is everyone who is listening to us. I hope to catch up with you soon again. 73 is brother. Bye-bye.
So you saw the QSO after installation of dongle on Windows 10, and the sound quality and the software flexibility, how good it is. Now it is a time to connect the same dongle on the MacBook and also use a software called Buster, BUSTER. This is nothing to do with BlueDV, Peanut, or David. This is individually developed by one of our ham friend, and for the benefit of Mac user, because many of them in the United States are Mac user. Even I use Mac, most of my work. Of course, I have a PC. Without PC, one cannot work. So I am well covered for the PC, but Mac is always been a problem. I was happy to see there was a software like Buster. The software that is required to be installed on the Mac OS is a Buster. The software is still on a beta and development is still going on. The program requires a hardware encoder chip to translate the audio data into the required AMBI format for transmission of the DStar network. Buster currently supports either the ThumbDV or PIDV over the network. We installed on the MacBook Air and it was just fine to download from the App Store and get it installed on the computer. There are only few areas we need to input the details and it's ready to go. It supports reflector D+, D extra and DCS, plus ability to link the repeater. So as I mentioned to you, the computer has got some card, to change the computer electromagnetic into the voice into the various format. But this chip has to do the sound card lacks the vocoder, which is in a AMBI format. It has to transmission for DStar network, so it does that work. And most of the sound cards doesn't have that facility. Maybe in the future, like a gaming, they can add the AMBI format also. And I'm sure even on telephone you may get it over a period of time. So let us go and see how the buster can be configured and can be configured. It's a very simple mode. I have also done a QSO just to show you how the sound quality from the Mac also. So next slide. This is the very simple, the software looks like. So we have a PTT button here. You press, or you can even set one of the keys to act as a PTT button. So the black one is the receiving RX, and the red one is the transmission TX. Okay, so by pressing a plus button, a pop-up menu will come. Here you can straight away, whichever the room you want, you can type like REF 030 Charlie. This is a famous. So you can write like a Kerala I showed you. So all those room manually you can write. Presently there is nothing to pull data from the server so that we just select. So since we have a 10-15 regular call we make, so you can put all those details here, your own, like my favorite. So after doing, there are two ways to connect or link. So what we do is double click on this REF030, which is appearing selected and it's already connected now. So when I unlink, then it will become a black. Then when you connect, it becomes a red. So you know that it is connected. This is a linking button. It is an unlinking button. So you can use this link button, unlinking button, or you can straight away click the double click to do that and unlink from here. So this is the way. This is the PTT button. I'll take you to. I started this PSO at 8:29 on 4th of September, and I finished my QSO around 4th at close to 9 o'clock. So we did the black is the what he is talking, red is what I am conveying. So it is a time given local time. It is not UTC local time, and my call sign which we are going to enter I'll show in the setup, and it's a CQ call, and this is the reflector from the where this is message is coming, and this is the reflector I'm connected to. So these two repeater are talking to each other, then we are able to hear that, and this is the duration of speech, how much seconds minute we have spoken. Sorry, and this is the open spot, null, hello from keyboard. Whatever the information you want, you can put. So while we are talking, if any other people are keying in, yes, the call sign will also come. While I'm talking to this guy, came in between, registered a call. So see, by pressing a PTT button, it will automatically call get registered. We don't have to call CQ. So just one single press button, your call registered, we know that this person is online. So you can initiate a call. There are three flaps on a setup status, the general audio and a vocoder. Like we saw in Windows, the three what we set up, the similar we have to do. But it's in a very simple form, not confusing too much area. VU3TBR, my call sign, and some country have a 4 code also. Some people want to write a mobile, all those things can be done. So Bala, Chennai, whatever the message you want other people's screen to appear, you can write it here. Some people write their gadgets, what they have. Some people write like me. So it is up to you. And also transmit key, I mapped it to F5. We can do to spacebar or something like this. Now in the audio section, it has a built-in output and microphone. It gives you option of.
Makes perfect sense. KLFIX, this is K3NTH. Right now you're on 30 Charlie, reflector 030 Charlie. And I'm guessing you're linked to your local repeater and somebody changed where it was going for. If you go on, give me here, somewhere in your menu settings, you can go in and get repeater information and it will tell you where the
Okay, so we are running out of time, so I just cut down. So I have almost I finished. I just wanted to, on my conclusion, my final reading of what is happening in the present days, or when you have a repeater, digital repeater, you do not need any software or download or anything like this. You can straight away use the radio to connect the repeater. Then this repeater in further connected to various things. So that is what I wanted to tell you. So we should make an endeavor to bring our local repeaters to digital mode, and the analog mode can also be converted to digital by adding some cards. Special cards are there, so you can do that very well. So I wanted to conclude this. Somebody will ask what is the radio, non-radio, etc. I want to share. Yesterday, through Peanut, we did a demonstration with somebody in UK. He has developed to connect one of the room to connect to RF HF. So I did a QSO using the Peanut on 20 meter to Puerto Rico, and without any the signal strength both the side was fine without any loss, and the clarity of the sound was very good. There are about 8 or 9 people checked in, through the Peanut, and it was a from digital you can also connect RF on 20 meters without antenna from your end. So this is what I want to tell you. On the other end, which is connecting, he needs an antenna to connect this device, which in turn connects the. Thank you very much for everybody. So Mangesh is giving me to close the net. So I have taken 10-15 minutes longer than the time required. Last time I finished it a bit earlier because I didn't want to confuse you with too many things. Once again, 73 to all of you, and patiently listening to me and understanding the mode of digital communication. I'm also planning to do two more digital communication to explain what is a talk group, what is reflector, how these are all interconnected. So I'll do it in the month of October, and we'll continue as a part of this continuity series. Thank you very much. I'll hand over the mic